Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dark Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the SH Figuarts Broly Super from the anime movie Dragon Ball Super Broly. And this set is manufactured by Bandai Tamashii Nation. And before opening the case, let's see what details it shows us on here. So we have the main figure, Broly himself, with at least two interchangeable head parts. One's him like in his regular state, and kind of stern serious, but not really into fighting. And the default head, that's like when his hair is spiked up. So this is like when he's going to battle. And there's like a Super Saiyan form head parts here. And we have some interchangeable hand parts as well as a collar. This is shown on the neck in this picture, which is absent on the figure here. So from the movie, this collar is what Broly's father used to control him by sending electric shock into him to force him to be compliant. So here, as you can see in this picture, this is one in his non-aggressive head and the collar on his neck. Here's him getting a little more aggressive and his hair spiked up, ready for battle. His Super Saiyan form with his collar, his eyes going all white. So again, these pictures show like the figure can be very poseable. Now, let's open it up. Inside the case, we also have a instruction manual, which in this one is referred as operation manual. And just as I explained, so these head parts are interchangeable. You can choose to have the collar in or not. And there's interchangeable hands, which is right here. So and the other side of the menu also talk about the wristband is movable, so which furthers the figure's articulation, and apparently the shoulder armor is removable, probably for the convenience of articulation. And now let's get the figure off the plastic case here. And now, when you open the SH Figuarts plastic cover, you want to do it carefully. Because if you apply too much force, you could send the pieces and the parts inside the set flying, so which is not good. Here we have Broly, and in most SH Figuarts, it all comes with a plastic covering inside the parts of the figure. This is like to demonstrate the figure is brand new when you first opened it. And well, nice. The figure is completely capable of standing on its own without me doing anything to it, so it's got very good balance. Now let's start by exploring how this figure can change the head parts and hand parts, which actually is exactly as I mentioned. You just have to pull out the head and the fist and replace them with these parts here. And now we have this like a Wrathful head form. So let's start by putting on the collar here and the just a more regular Broly head here. Oh, there we go. Pulling the head out is not so hard, but putting them in can be a little tricky because again, you have to clink into the support part, which you have to somehow keep it non-moving. So it's all about apply to the force in the right angle. In this one, it's a lot easier than most SH Figuarts. And of course, if you want the collar in, you have to just put it around the neck. Now let's check out this figure's articulation points. The head can move to right and left, but its own hair is getting in the way, so it can only like move about 45 degrees to either direction. And also again, the hair is kind of getting away, so it can't really look up. However, torso section can kind of move up and down, so can the waist section. So you can, well, actually, nope, this one, there's no, it won't be able to bend backwards much, so this Broly cannot look up. And the shoulder section, apparently, because the shoulder armor is getting in the way, so there is limited range of motion there, but so you can, it is capable of moving up. Let's see if we move the shoulder armor for a second. You can go up, you can put it back on, so it can work like that. And even without armor, if you apply force in the right angle, you can still have arms up. But with the armor off, you are still able to make a lot of range of motion. So although this support part will still get in the way, so you kind of have to careful, make sure you don't break the parts of the figure by applying too much movement. And the arms can bend, hands can rotate. At the bicep muscle, you can move the arm to inward and outward. You can bend down, but again, not much backwards. It can kick up. double join its knee. And the feet are rotatable. Obviously, so you can balance the figure as it pulls on all kinds of stands. And the feet. So if it can, it's like it can stand on its toes, kind of. So with all these articulation points, you can pretty much make the figure do all kinds of poses you want, and with each effect parts. And as shown in the manual, the waistband is flexible. But of course, you don't want to try to apply too much force on it, or you could bend or break. And you can change the hands by just like we did with the head. You just have to literally pull the hand off and put the other hand parts into them. And now let's go back to the Wrathful head. With this Wrathful head part, it's much better to put on a power-up battle stance. And it's also like a war cry, getting ready to battle, like how Dragon Ball characters usually always roar or yell as they start fighting. That kind of roar, and I know I'm doing a poor job mimicking, but I'm sure all Dragon Ball fans get the picture. And these alternate hands can be used to portray the poses that's like for like in combat, like this hand that's kind of like a holding hand. It's like you can hold in the enemy, such as Goku in a choke, while this is like getting ready to fire an energy blast. Like this. Now it's like he's holding and choking Goku with his left hand, while his right hand's getting ready to like fire blast, energy blast on him. And finally, we have him Broly turning to his Super Saiyan form with the last alternate head part. And can really give off a powerful appearance in this look, doesn't it? If you have the SH Figuarts of Goku and Vegeta, and you can use them to like portray fighting Broly just like they do in the movie, and Broly, of course, basically dominates them until they fuse together to form Gogeta. But even then, Broly is still demonstrating a lot of power. So that's what this figure is good to, like, to show off the pure power that Broly possesses. That's all the basic feature of this set. Overall, it's a great figure, and it allows any Dragon Ball or Broly fan to recreate a lot of things from the anime movie, or just basically putting up all kinds of poses you would want Broly to do. And although it is quite simple compared to most SH Figuarts, because it only has two alternate hand parts and none of them's like really too different. So the kind of poses this Broly can do is limited, but if you have a good imagination, you can still put on some very good use for it. And the fact that it has this color from the movie, it kind of shows how Tamashii Nation is very thorough in including details for the characters. And of course, with this, you can still try to play out Broly getting shocked, thus getting hangry in battle against Goku and Vegeta and Gogeta too, if that idea intrigues you. And so, and the fact that the figure is larger than most character, just as it accurately portray Broly's size compared to other character, again shows how thorough the Tamashii Nation is in recreating their products. However, in this figure's case, this larger size is also a weakness, because you may have, usually in order to put the SH Figuarts to their full potential, you would have to have a display stand that can work with the figure, and more importantly, the set stand have to be articulate itself as well, so that way it can help the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts to put on like some mid-air battle poses, so it can look like it's in the air, or it's when they're kicking, and all that kind of good combat moves. And with this figure size, you're gonna have to find a stand that's large enough and articulate enough to work with this, so it can basically recreate the scene from this picture here, like how Broly's basically flying in both this. In order to recreate these kind of poses, you do need a stand that's large and strong enough to hold this figure. Without it, you can't really put its posability potential to the maximum. So that's one downside about this figure. But other than that, it still emulates a presence of great power. And one of the best feature for this figure is that this alternate headset allows him to go from normal Broly to the Wrathful combat mode Broly, and finally Super Saiyan Broly. So which is a somewhat rare but existing but rare feature in SH Figuarts, where you get Dragon Ball characters that can go from base mode to a different mode, especially Super Saiyan. So this is one trait that makes this figure more desirable than most message Figuarts. So if you like the character Broly from Dragon Ball Super, I would highly recommend you consider adding this figure to your collection. So this wraps up my review for this figure. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out other videos in my channel. If you have any question, please post them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my ability.